Welcome back to the Ambition Over Fear portal. I'm Atlas Opia and I help people expand their interdimensional knowledge. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you the missing piece to spiritual integration, which is learning how to bring your higher dimensional consciousness into the body. Because as we move through spiritual awakenings and ascensions, our soul will take us into new levels of awareness, and we often forget about how our mind can reprogram itself to now operate from that new position of understanding, and how the body is going to hold that energy. So if you watch until the end of this video, you'll learn something new about reprogramming your body so you can truly become that powerful starseed on Earth, and you can lead with your interdimensional essence and your inner child, and the world becomes a playground rather than this complicated maze. Now, if you're back on this channel or if you're new here, definitely consider subscribing, because my whole mission on this planet is to take interdimensional consciousness, which is a description of the different layers of your own system, and give your mind a way to interpret that information in a way that you can understand, so the mind and body can merge with your higher dimensional consciousness and you can have more power over your life on Earth. So to jump right into it, you have to understand that your system has different parts, just like a machine, right? And when you're expanding your consciousness, you're having downloads, you're seeing different patterns and representations of energy, you're feeling things in different dimensions. What's happening is your higher self is taking you beyond the body so you can experience more of this universe. And as you do that, you learn things that will give you an improved perception of reality so you can have more control over it. But what ends up happening is at the very beginning, initially, our soul needs to take us into those new spaces, and it happens so fast, so our mind and body, which may be programmed from the past, so it doesn't get in the way. It's almost like when you're trying to do something new in life, and if you sit and overthink it, you will conjure hundreds of ideas why this thing may not work, and you'll overthink something and just not do it. So our soul acts the same way. It'll take you into that new layer of consciousness, and your mind will feel confused because your soul has to go beyond it in that moment, because they are two separate parts of your system. But I'm going to teach you how to merge them. And your body, say for example, it has a ability to bring in energy, right? When you go through an awakening, you're now tapping into higher dimensional energy that is quicker, more potent, and filled with more intelligence. So your body has to actually upgrade its own system, so the container that it is can now hold these new parts of you. Okay? Now, I did make a video discussing how to reprogram your mind so it can process the higher dimensional information your soul is being exposed to. Because just because the mind was forgotten at first, so we can get to that new level of awareness, doesn't mean that after we just assume it's going to catch up. We have to go into it and reprogram its functionality so we can see reality on Earth through a new lens that is supportive of where your soul wants to go. So there's a video I made on that called Activate Your Higher Dimensional Consciousness by Allowing the Mind to Be Submissive. So if you're curious about that, in conjunction with this video, learning how to reprogram the mind and the body for your starseed essence or your higher dimensional consciousness, definitely take a moment to watch it after this video. But now I'm going to give you some points on how to really reprogram your body. So one is, when you go through a shift in consciousness, there may have been a moment where you realize you are not just your thoughts, emotions, and identity, and that you're a soul getting to have the experience as a human, which has thoughts, emotions, and an identity. So it could have created a slight dissociation from your body and your mind and your identity in order to take you beyond this box of who you are and how you think the world works based on what has happened in the past. So that can create a distance from your body and mind at first, and you want to definitely revisit that later. You want to sit down, and when you're in meditation, or even when you're doing activities that places you in the body more, you want to communicate with the body and see it as a piece of intelligence that is truly allowing your soul to exist in this third dimensional matrix and hologram. And you want to tell the body, I know things have changed and you're trying to catch up to where we're going, but you have the ability to expand. I'm giving you permission to open and receive what my higher self is bringing in. And remember, everything in this universe is consciousness. You are pure consciousness. So when you want to change energy or have something in your world act a certain way, communicate with it as if it's another person. So definitely look at your body as if it's a sacred blanket that is capable of expanding its electrical capacity to then hold this upgraded frequency you tapped into during your awakening or shifting consciousness. Another point is, understand that you're always going to fluctuate between different dimensions. And it's not about being in one or the other, because a lot of times I hear people say, I have to be high vibe. That can really distract you from finding an abundance of entertainment and appreciation for the different frequencies that exist on Earth and in your higher self. You have to be able to take in all different types of energy that come across your experience as a human or as a soul. So aim to really understand that when you're in a situation, you move into the observer state. That then puts you in a position where you can choose what dimension you're going to examine or experience a situation from. And then you'll understand how to shift your perception and positioning in a situation based on what you now need to do next. So realize that it's almost as if you're this large system and you have multiple pieces of equipment, and each piece of equipment has its own use, right? So say one of those equipments is your higher dimensional consciousness, and the other equipment is your body, the other one is your mind, and the other one is your ability to be in this lower dimensional realm. And remember, lower and higher is not an indication of better or worse, just a measurement of how tall and fast the energy waves are in a particular dimension. So my point is, sometimes after an awakening, we're so used to being in that higher dimensional realm that we forget to place ourselves back in the body. We forget to pivot our consciousness depending on what the situation is calling for. So remember to bring that higher dimensional consciousness into the body and feel the heaviness of your body, feel the slowness of Earth, feel the solidification of all the matter here. And even though at times when you go from being in the higher dimensions and the energy is quicker, more potent, and you don't have those programmed thoughts and beliefs that may be getting in the way. So it seems freeing. And then you come back into your body and your mind, and now you're being faced with your shadow, right? Realize that you still may have to go back into your body, even if energy that you've had in your system from before the awakening is going to show up again for you to heal in a different way. So remember, sometimes we avoid going back into our body after an awakening because it places us in front of all the responsibilities on Earth. Then what's next is you change your association to Earth and its responsibilities, and you now tell yourself, this is a game and I can choose to heal when I am ready to. Even though at times it may come forcefully, you can still make that declaration so you feel like the entire experience of being a human is something you can stand on, you can be aware of, you can handle. Things are going to wait on you, right? So it'll help you slow down so you can process the information in your higher dimensional self and what's happening in the world around you. Now, one more thing to keep in mind is, in order to upgrade your body to where you want it to go, you have to decide what Earth is going to be now for you. You have to give Earth a new meaning. You have to give your body a new purpose. You have to understand that you are now unlocking parts of your soul in this reincarnation. You're remembering different beings and people you have been as a soul in different reincarnations to bring more knowledge and energy and wisdom to the life you have now. So it's less of I'm either in my higher self or my identity, but more you're learning and revealing powerful information and energy through your higher self. And now that gives you more tools when you're reprogramming your neuroplasticity and your body, so you can create an identity which is, now I'm on Earth as a galactic being, a starseed, a powerful force of nature, and I'm going to experience this planet with curiosity and ease and wonder, and I'm going to merge with everything I am so I can be more accepting of where I'm going and what is meant for me in this life. Okay? So those are some ideas to get you more associated to the power of your body, and so you can change this vehicle of your soul and upgrade it to a version that can handle what your higher self is bringing in. Okay? Now I do want to tell you, I have a quiz you can take which will reveal the interdimensional skills you have as a starseed, so you can change energy in the metaphysical realm, which leads to a direct result in the physical field. That's going to be in the description down below. Also, if you're a starseed and you feel like there's a power inside of you that you may not fully understand and you don't know why it's coming up or what it's for, I really want you to consider joining my next online workshop for starseeds, where every month I will take something that a starseed has, a unique power, a unique essence inside of them, and I'll give you a collection of information and wisdom to help your mind understand that part of your soul. Plus, I'll introduce you to new interdimensional skills, which are different ways for you to change energy in the metaphysical realm so you can have more power over life. You came to Earth as a starseed because you have these metaphysical tools that are unique to yourself and the dimension your soul has came from, and you can use them to change, enhance, and really enrich your life on this planet and make it more magical. So definitely let me know if you're interested. The email is down below. Have an amazing day and stay in peace and simplicity and power, and realize that everything good is coming to you. You just have to lead yourself into the curiosity and not hesitate when growth comes. Okay, bye.